7 Pablos.
Pablo is 8 years old and lives in Chile. His father works in a copper mine where he spends his days drilling into the rock half a mile underground. It is cold down there, but he sweats non-stop. When Pablo's father returns home, he quickly eats whatever he can find and collapses into bed. Pablo approaches, careful not to wake him. When he puts a hand on his father's chest, it feels like he's touching the center of the earth. There is also a Pablo living in Ecuador. His home is in a part of the Amazon jungle that is almost impossible to reach. His mother picks fruit for a living. One day, a group of musicians cross the dry riverbed and arrive in his village. They add their songs to the trills of the jungle. Pablo and his mother are moved by their music. Later, when the musicians drive off in their ramshackle truck, Pablo and his mother run after them to share an orange.
Don't forget us!
Pablo's mother calls out. Pablo echoes her words as the musicians vanish into a cloud of dust. Pablo also lives in New York, son of immigrants from Guyana. He and his parents share a single room in the Bronx with an aunt, an uncle, and 4 cousins who recently arrived. Each family has a room for 12 hours. 12 hours in the room, 12 hours on the street. One morning, a poet visits Pablo's school.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
The poet asks the children. I want to be a big guy in a uniform, Pablo replies.
I see,
Says the poet. I didn't tell you why.
Tell me then.
Pablo draws in close to the poet and whispers, Because I want to beat people up and get away with it,
Oh,
replies the poet.
can you write that down and draw it?
No, you'll show it to my class and give it to the principal.
I promise I won't show it to anyone.
Okay then, sure. And he writes, and he draws.
Would you like somebody to get away with doing that to you?
Asks the poet. Pablo looks at him, flustered. A few moments later, Pablo picks up the sheet of paper and rips it again and again and again. Pablo was born in the Chiapas, Mexico, and is now on his way to the U.S. border by train. His father was the first to cross, followed by his mother, both walking. After 2 failed attempts, when Border Patrol sent him back, Pablo sets out again. This time he wears his mother's wedding ring around his neck.